Welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Wide receiver.
Has the ball on the tee. And off we go from Minneapolis. Ray McLeod on the return. He's across the 20, taking down just shy of the 25. Well, Falcons come out there led by Michael Penix, the second-year quarterback out of Washington. Greg taking over late last year and winning the job as the Atlanta starting quarterback.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year two. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year two, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year two is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
And they'll be set up now, up past the 40 with that one. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
And I think this is something we're going to see a lot here tonight. The ability to use this run game to really set the tone coming out here for this offense.
They'll throw on first down with Penix. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Hicks. And it'll be second down.
And it was really the pressure that threw that play off, Mike. I mean, he tries to counter the blitz by going to the quick game, which is fine, but it just seemed like they weren't necessarily on the same page and results in a drop.
On second down, here's Penix. That's caught. Ray McLeod. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. It's good for a Falcon first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
He takes off. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
First down, Atlanta.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
We'll try the right side with Robinson. It'll be a short pickup. Down to the 22. Josh Metellus there on the tackle.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, here is Penix. He finds Darnell Mooney for the catch. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
He's going to run it. And he's into the end zone. Michael Penix. Touchdown, Falcons. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Younghoe Koo now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead.
Vikings nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Price now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So the Vikings come out. Technically, it is year 2 for J.J. McCarthy, but really, it's year 1. Did not play at all in the regular season last year with the knee injury. The former Michigan Wolverine, the quarterback of the Vikings.
Mike, when you put the film on of J.J. McCarthy, what really jumps off the screen is his ability to display footwork both inside and outside the pocket. And those movement throws, especially in today's NFL, they are so critical. On top of all that, he has a lot of trust in his arm. He's not afraid to attack tight windows. If he can continue to develop, continue to hone this obvious talent, he could really be a special player in this league. Yeah, and that one just didn't feel right from the jump. I think he sensed that he was either going to take a sack or get baited into making a bad throw. So ultimately a good decision, just throw the ball away.
Now here's Aaron Jones. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. Divine Diablo there to make the play.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Sacks are drive killers. There is no greater correlation between a defense getting off the field and the ability to rush the quarterback. And when they come on 3rd down, that number just goes up.
Down, out comes Ryan Wright to punt for Minnesota. The Falcons are going to send Jamal Agnew deep to return. Fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. The big defensive tackle, Javon Hargrave, brings that one to an end.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down at the 36-yard line.
from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
So on 4th down, the Falcons bring on Bradley Pinion to punt. A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50. The Vikings offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Play fake. It's McCarthy. A throw left side. Taken in by Thielen. We'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards.
A bit of a quick hitter here. And what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 6. On the give, it's Jones. He'll get forward for a couple. Hayden Ellis in on that stop.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll try and throw it with McCarthy. He'll try to run for it.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Here's Ryan Wright now. He's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drops for the loss of a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now Penix. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And nice work after the catch. It stops a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
3rd and 2. And Penix. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
15-yard pickup. 1st down, Falcons.
Well, a little unconventional play call here. You don't traditionally see the screen game used on third down at these shorter down and distances, but in this case, they catch the defense off guard, they timed it up well, and the back is able to convert and pick up the first down.
Pitts is the man in motion. Play action. It's Penix. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Penix. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
It's now
a little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. The punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. Now fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They've had it twice, and they've punted twice, still seeking that first down of the game as they begin this 3rd drive. In motion, Naylor. Play action now. It's McCarthy. Thrust to his right. Off he goes.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. From the gun, it's a run. It's Jones. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a 1st down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
They'll motion over Thielen. Look at play action here with McCarthy. That one caught by the former Lion, T.J. Hawkinson. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the 1st read, the 2nd read, and the check down. And it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice game.
Now they'll pitch it out here. And some good running there. That's a 1st down. Up to the 43.
a 7-yard gain. And the Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, they reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
This one's going to be taken in over the middle. First brought down, that pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one's good for 12 and a first down.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Here's Jones. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Falcons' 43-yard line.
So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Falcons with the early lead. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. Vikings football as we begin this second quarter. 2nd and 10 as we are ready to get back underway. On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. This ball batted away. That's incomplete. He was seeking out the veteran Adam Thielen that time. And 3rd down coming up.
He's got to do a better job using his eyes, Mike, and he's just not manipulating the defense at all by looking off the defenders. And at this level of ball, if you just continue to stare down your primary read, you're going to lead the defenders right to the ball, and he's lucky this one just fell incomplete.
And he'll be taken down. They got it. Back to the 50-yard line.
He has to do a better job identifying where the pressure is coming from, Mike, before the ball is snapped. He's got to get this ball out of his hand, to his outlet, to his hot receiver. But then once he senses the pressure, he kind of panics, and it's an easy sack. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Here's their punter now, as he is on to punt for Minnesota. And this is going to be a beauty. Touchdown at the 2-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They run over center with Robinson. Oh, gotta be careful here. Looks like they're just going to avoid the safety, but not by much. That was close to being a disaster.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll go again with Robinson. And he's going to give him some breathing room past the 15-yard line. Give him 14 on that one. 1st down, Atlanta.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
Complete. Former 1st-round pick Drake London with the catch. Call it a gain of 13. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
Really nice nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
That is 14 for the second time. Back-to-back 14-yard gains and a first down.
Oftentimes in the NFL, Mike, blitzing a good quarterback can kind of be feast or famine, because what you do is you actually speed up their process of identifying the open target. So in this case, it's an underneath safety outlet, but the reason he went there so fast is because he was triggered to that target from the blitz.
He's got his man, it's Mooney. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
And he'll be taken down. They got him. Back at the 50-yard mark. Javon Hargrave in there for the sack. He forced his way through. A loss of 9.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play. And that's exactly what they did.
Open man down the field, Mooney. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. It is a big play there for the Falcons. 35 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
London brought in motion. They're going to go play action with Penix. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Moving to his left, and they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
This drive in danger of stalling out on 3rd and 10. The pressure's going to get there again. He's forced down once more.
Having a dominant pass rush so often translates to wins. But that's hardly been the case here, Mike, and they're able to add another sack to their total before half, and that's great. But somehow they still find themselves trailing, and that's the only thing that matters.
Fourth down, and the Falcons turn to Younghoe Koo for the field goal. It'll be a 35-yard attempt. Koo's kick is good. And the Falcons will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. Twice now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Vikings offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And a good run there to get him 5 yards.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Ooh, some hitting going on now. He was rocked right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, it's been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And McCarthy is going to get down and pick up the 1st down. Good, smart play with the slide by JJ.
And the Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on 3rd down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the 1st down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
Into the familiar hands of Justin Jefferson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a 1st down.
After being shut down in the opening quarter, he makes his first catch here with that one, and they're going to need to continue to build off this if they plan on leaving here today with a win.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He'll get this into the hands of Thielen. They'll get him up 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6. Up the middle, here's Jones. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
I just don't love the look of this offense so far in this game, Mike. I mean, this first half, they've been flat, they've been lethargic. There hasn't been a lot of urgency, and we saw it again on this last play. Simple handoff, no gain, same story.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. The screen works for 10 yards and a 1st down.
A gain of 10 yards.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
He'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. He's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. That's caught by Jones out of the backfield. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. On fourth down, it's Will Riker time for this Viking field goal.
A 37-yard attempt.
Riker's kick is good. Now to return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's Bijan Robinson and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense will need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. Throwing now, Penix on. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got it. Byron Murphy, that Pro Bowl corner, able to work his way in there for a sack.
And this defense, they just continue to put in a great night's work. I mean, Mike, you think whether it's been blitz schemes, stunts, whatever you name it, this offensive line has had its hands full. They have allowed their quarterback to be hit way too many times.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll have more from Minneapolis after this. On second down, here's Penix. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen to start. And a loss of yards on the play.
Back at the 20-yard line.
Third and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up fourth down.
I like the fact that they took a shot on third and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative playing for the fourth down punt. You're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up fourth and a mile.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Vikings offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
The drag route, we used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
McCarthy to the air on second down. Open man downfield. It's Hawkinson. That's good for 27 and a first down.
Yards. That's good for a Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control. They got to see if they can finish this thing off.
That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota. As the clock stops, 50 seconds to play until halftime. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. To the air once more is McCarthy. He'll step up and run. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Vikings first down.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one. Thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have first and goal.
And he will get into the end zone. Aaron Jones, touchdown Vikings. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
On now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. The kick is good. And the Vikings will tie things up. It's now 10-2. First half, and the kickoff's coming their way. Agnew on the return. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is passed for 40.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Penix on first down. Short throw taken by Pitts. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the gun, here is Penix. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the second quarter clock.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. There is a lot of room to operate.
A 57-yard attempt.
And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And the score remains level.
Man, that would have been such a nice boost for this group going into halftime. The snap was good. The hold was good. He just couldn't quite get it through the uprights.
I got too many plays.
first down. Here's McCarthy. That's caught left side by Hawkinson. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight, competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you very much. We welcome you back on EA Sports for quarter number 3. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. Price now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. He keeps it himself.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6. On the ground now with Jones. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
Play action now. It's McCarthy. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
It looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Now he'll run.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
3rd and 6. Look at play action here with McCarthy. Open man, left side, he's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. First down, Minnesota.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard
Third downs, Mike,
line.
those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success. These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning 1st and 2nd down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in 3rd and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
They run it once more with Joe. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. The veteran Leonard Floyd, they're on the tackle.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. To throw is McCarthy. Quick throw here is complete. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Third down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Minnesota.
It just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We've got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. Riker now to add the extra point. His kick is good. He kicks this one away. Agnew on the return. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. Find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. On play action, Penix. Open man downfield, that's one. They'll be set up now. Here we go. Up past the 40 with that one.
A gain of
18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Now Penix to throw on second down. Pushed out to his right. He's going to run it. A gain there of 21. First down, Atlanta.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Falcons, first down.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield. It's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's second and 8. From the gun, it's Penix. Right side, catch made by McLeod. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Great run after the catch in the open field, a pickup of 24.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw, still result in a big game.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the give, it's Robinson. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happy. Gonna lose a yard.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
Pitts is the man in motion. On second down, Penix. That's the tight end, Pitts. But get about 6 before he's taken down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
On third down, Penix. Rolling to the left. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's going to have the first down. Just as the marker, it is 1st and goal.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up 1st and goal.
A short game, down to the 7.
Josh Metellus on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal at the 7-yard line.
2nd and goal. Here's Penix. A look to the end zone, and it's broken up. Incomplete. There was no space, no separation that time. That's going to bring it to 3rd and goal.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
He takes off.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
Out is Younghoe Koo to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Koo's kick is good. And the Falcons are able to cut it to 17-13. Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustments will pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Price now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting set for their next possession. The lead sits at 4. We'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the gun, here's McCarthy. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Moving outside the pocket. The ball comes out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. A sigh of relief there. That was very nearly a turnover. Fortunate to see that one, Greg, get fumbled out of bounds.
And when that ball came loose, Mike, you could see the entire sideline kind of holds their breath. But they were able to take a little bit of an exhale as they saw that ball, fortunately for them, go out of bounds.
A fair catch signal, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Falcons offense about ready to take over once more. They trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Looking to throw, it's Penix. That's caught left side by Pitts. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the 1st down after a gain of 7.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now a 3rd and 2. Third and 2. And Penix. He'll try to run for it.
Michael Penix on the scramble. A gain of 4 yards. 1st down, Atlanta.
3rd and short, you think this ball's expected to come out quick, but when all the receivers were taken away, he decides to make a break for it. He doesn't get a whole lot, but what he gets is just enough to move the chains.
And he looks past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. It just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. They'll begin the 4th by giving it to Robinson.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Here is a big one. 3rd down and 2. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
And a Falcon 1st down.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
They'll throw on 1st down with Penix. This throw pulled in by Pitts. And he's close to another 1st down. Brought down just shy of the marker.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the 1st down.
On 2nd down, it's a run with Robinson. And he will have the 1st down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chain.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that 1st down.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
They'll try to run for it with Robinson. This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. 4th down coming up.
5 yards.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th. They will turn it over on down. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll start out 1st down and 10. And he shows up with strong legs right through one tackle. Gives a gain of 8.
46-yard line.
I think every running dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super concerned. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into time practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Jones. He gets free. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark them out of bounds at the 1-yard line. That is a gain of 20. What a chance now. 1st and goal coming up.
So close to taking that one in. Good job defensively. They're able to force him out of bounds just shy of the pylon, but you can bet when he gets up, he's going to look over at his sideline, Mike, and be like, no, Jordan, keep me on the field. I want to finish this thing off. This defense knows the importance of this drive. They have to keep this game at 1 possession. That's a great start there on 1st down.
From back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. Jones will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to throw yourself back in it.
Will Reichert now on for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Vikings will open it up even further. He kicks this one away. McLeod now to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Falcons offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll do so with 1st and 10.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you. For myself, I go 0 to 100 real quick. Whole squad on that rail.
Pitts is the man in motion. And the lefty Penix on 1st down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 4. it's Robinson. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that ball. It's good for a Falcons first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
That one taken in by London. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And I don't think he got that wrapped up in the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at 3rd down.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
They'll go with the sneak, and he's going to have a Falcons first down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down. We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take it back down for a loss.
So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. From the gun, here is Penix. For the left side, he gets that to Mooney. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Here now, 3rd and 5. Pitts is the man in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
At the 21-yard line.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Here's Penix. He's going to tuck it and go. Looks like we have an injured Falcon on this play. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
On second down, here's Penix. Oh, looking end zone, but it is out of the reach of the receiver and incomplete.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball, and right now, the timing, the spacing, it's just not matching up.
And this ball incomplete on third down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Here comes Younghoe Koo in a precious spot. This to get back to a one-possession game. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within one score.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So the field goal makes it a one-score game here in the fourth quarter as they kick it away. Price now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting set for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
A loss of 2.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? They'll drop the throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And quickly, the clock stops again. Defense taking the timeout. $1:54 to go.
Vikings, first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
First and 10. On the zone read, it's McCarthy. He takes a really good lick in the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run.
Down back at the 38-yard line.
They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. Now the Falcons will use their 3rd final timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. Going up top. That is brought in. And he'll be out of bounds but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line.
That's good for a Vikings.
What a letdown for the defense. They allow a conversion on 3rd and 16. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So a win here for the Vikings. They proved much the best in this one. They get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.